woman who played Eva Mendes' stunt double. She's a beautiful girl. And me and Paul were smashing the same girl on the set of Too Fast, Too Furious and didn't even know it.
What?
Wow.
Was it her?
No.
The
stunt double.
The stunt double. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
It was Eva Mendes' stunt double.
Wow.
And we were both just complimenting this girl every day. And for whatever reason, we just didn't say we were both smashing the same girl. And then we told each other. And I was like, he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
No.
And then her goof just recently did an interview letting the world know. But it gets even worse with her because...
But who stopped first? Like Paul or you when y'all both...
I don't think we stopped.
Tyrese pursued me first, and then Paul pursued me, and obviously I wasn't tied down to anyone, so I took the opportunity to go out on a date.
Did Paul know that you had a fling with Tyrese before this?
No, he didn't know anything. He never even asked me if I was seeing anyone or anything, so we just went out, and then I guess the boys eventually had a scene together, and they talked about it. It turns out they're hanging out with the same girl on set. That's kind of how it all went down. And it seems like it was pretty much how they started bonding.
Right.
You know how boys can be like, oh, they either fight about it or become best friends. The bromance. It's one or the other.
So you're the cause of their friendship?
Yes.
Which is a nice thing, I suppose.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now, my thoughts on this is how it is in Hollywood. This is how it is when you get around the lights, camera, actions in the entertainment business. Behind the scenes, everyone's going to be sleeping with everyone. That's just how the game goes whenever you're dealing with these women, which is why a lot of guys, you have to understand woman's nature. Woman's nature is going to be out here. The more she's around successful men, the more she's going to, and faster that they give it up. This is why when you go to Hollywood, you may see a lot of single men that just want average women. Look at Lil Wayne. He ended up with an average woman. Why? Because the nastiest girls do the freakiest shit. The prettiest girls do the freakiest shit in Hollywood because they got there through their looks. So they're always in the mood of trying to trap. So when these girls start messing around with two different dudes, they're hoping, I hope my sex is good enough to keep him so I can trap him in. The only thing that she was doing was she had two guys at the same time that she can seize her opportunities with. But she's not the only one that does that. Majority of the girls that are in this space are going to do the same thing. Why? Because they are in survival mode. A woman's going to always look to survive, but she does not represent every woman. All right?
Your life is kind of empty. In today's dating marketplace, the way, dating is between men and women, girls have a crazy upper hand, you know what I'm saying? And we've talked about this with how the world's changed with, Instagram, online dating apps, etc. Women really have all their leverage when it comes to dating and relationships nowadays. So what we teach guys is to kind of go into this fight that you're talking about and be prepared. Most women are using rocket launchers and guys are going in there either bare fists or with butter knives, right? They don't really know what they're doing. So we tell them, listen, man, you got to understand how women operate, how they think, etc. And a lot of girls finesse guys. So we teach guys female nature, how to understand how women communicate versus how men communicate, how to get what you want out of relationships without getting finessed. Because the thing between men and women is that men are trying to get sex, women are trying to get money, time, attention, resources, whatever. And both genders are leveraging, right, their asset to get the other commodity from the other without necessarily giving up their asset. Men want to get the box without necessarily having to go on dates and spend money. Girls want to get the money and the dates without necessarily giving up box. So it's a delicate dance between the two where you're going to try to, get what you want out of dating. And unfortunately, most guys.
All right, pay attention to the body language here. Look at Andrew's body language. You see that? Now look at Fresh and Fit's body language. Look at this guy's body language. All right, this is feminine frame. They're in feminine frame. All right, he's in feminine frame, and Andrew Schultz is in feminine frame. Look how his legs is up on that seat right there. Okay, they don't understand. Fresh and Fit are gonna always look bad to these guys because these guys don't have the knowledge. They don't have the alpha frame anymore because they're in the entertainment business. Everybody behind them are going to have feminine energy. That's why they are where they are. This is why Fresh and Fit look like the damn devil. It's because Fresh and Fit haven't entered into the mainstream. When you get into the mainstream, you can't talk like this because everybody behind the scenes is going to be trans. They're going to be LGBT. That's the people that runs the entire community in the entertainment business is the LGB. So these guys have LGBT community rubbing off on them, which is why they're comfortable in feminine frames, sitting there crossing his legs, and he's sitting here looking like this. You know who sits in a chair like this if you look at Andrew Schultz? 16-year-old little girls when they go over their friend house. They sit in chairs like this. Grown adult women sit in a chair like this with their legs crossed. Myron and Fresh do not have their legs crossed. They're sitting like men. They're sitting with their back up and their legs slightly open. This is how men sit. That's alpha frame. Alpha frame doesn't cross his legs. It keeps his legs open because you have balls. You're not trying to squeeze your balls. These guys are in the positions to where you can cross your legs like that. That means you must have some small balls.
Guys don't know how to navigate this properly, you know? So that's what we teach guys, to basically fight fire with fire, because girls are playing the game. Girls are finessing guys. You know, we have a whole sugar daddy epidemic going on right now. We have got a bunch of girls finessing dudes. So we teach guys how to fight fire with fire, honestly. And, you know, you got to know what you're doing when you deal with women, because they're playing the game. So you got to play it as well.
But here's the thing. I got to get pushed back on that, because here's the thing. I don't think that every girl that you're meeting is trying to finesse. I do understand what you're saying. Not every. And I think most, to be honest with you, like if you're charming and you're down to have a good time and have fun, they want to have fun too. I think most women are dealing with such boring guys that if you're an actual guy that's funny and entertaining, their eyes light up and they're so down to enjoy your time in your company. And I think most women are actually entering these relationships insecure. They're going to fuck it up. They're going to, oh, am I going to be too clingy? Should I not call him every 3 days? I think it's actually like to a guy's detriment to think of women as these people that you're fighting, so to say. Like, these women are more nervous than you. Once a woman likes you, she's terrified she's going to fuck it up. She's calling her friends. She's calling her father. She's calling her mother.
Andrew, you got.
Okay, now, I don't agree with a lot of what he's saying, but I'm going to have to say he is absolutely right. I just said that at the beginning in the Sigma male lecture, where I said why women never friend zone a Sigma male. Why? Because he's adventurous. He's full of life. He has a lot of energy. He's never looking like he's down on his luck. He's never sobbing in depression. He's never looking like somebody that's just dull, stale, and boring with no personality. Why? Because this is what women want the most. They want somebody who's adventurous. So I have to agree with him on that. Yes, when a woman comes across a Sigma male that has these traits, she does not know what to do. That's why power is silence. Your silence becomes power to her, especially if you are adventurous and you don't adapt to all her other insecurities that she's going to show you. She's going to fear losing you. She's going to fear getting hurt. So with Andrew, I have to say, I agree with that statement that he said.
Got to get to that point. So like
that point is a 30-minute conversation. She's like, I'm gonna marry this guy.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Most dudes are invisible to most girls.
Yeah.
Women only see a small percentage of men. Most guys are virtually invisible to them. That's the reality.
So I think if you enter in with that mentality, that's how you're gonna see it. But I think if you enter with the mentality like nobody should be invisible to me, I'm the fucking shit, that girl's gonna figure that out.
Of course, but we gotta accept reality.
Yeah,
that is reality.
That is reality. So let me just add this, right?
Yeah.
So your point of view is from your experience, right?
Yeah.
We talk to guys and girls every night, every single day. We're actually in the dating field every day, dating apps, sugar sites. We're in there, in the field, learning real time. So when we give advice regarding this topic, bro, it's like we're in the field with girls right now.
In Miami.
So like his experience and him saying this is because.
Big shout outs. Big shout outs to Miami, not just Miami. Big shout outs to Wynwood. Big shout outs to North Miami, Aventura. Big shout outs to Hollywood. Big shout outs to Fort Lauderdale. Big shout outs to Las Solas. And big shout out to Coral Springs. If I'm saying that, my people know who I am. You know who I'm shouting out. Big shout outs to all the real OGs. You know what it is.
We see guys suffering. That you know the hardest part? They don't know what to do. They're out here.
I agree.
Girls, they know what to do. So imagine a girl
teach them to trick girls into giving them pussy?
A girl that's capable and knows what she's doing.
That's unfair.
Meets guys that doesn't know what he's doing. She can take advantage. It's just human nature.
Well, why? I don't think she'll take advantage, to be honest with you. I think she just won't be interested. And I think that if we look at women,
the problem, though.
Yeah, but if we look at women like predators, that's a bad perception for a guy who's trying to find a woman that he wants to marry. Like for me, I'm trying to find a girl I want to marry, right? So I can't go into a relationship with someone that I'm about to trust with my life and my kid's life as, oh, this girl's a predator. She's trying to get over me. She's trying to figure it out, right? I have to go in open, and then I actually have to go in going, oh my shit, do I really like this girl? Is this person I want to spend the rest of my life with? I know that she would want to spend the rest of her life with me because I'm a great guy.
Well, we tell guys to go in with you know,
Open
defense.
mind.
And here's the thing too, guys.
But why are they so defensive? Why are they scared? It's like
you gotta be aware.
So we're in a
do
unique
they?
position.
It's not the forest, bro.
We're in a
You're
very
the lion,
unique-
but you teaching them like they the fucking gazelle.
Yeah,
like
right.
we the lions out here, bro.
So here's the thing. So we're in a very unique position because we talk to thousands of guys.
Yeah.
And we also talk, at this point, we've interviewed well over 1,000 girls on our podcast.
Yeah.
And there's been some things that have come up that made me realize, okay, this is why we have these issues with dating. The reality is this, I'm going to boil it down for y'all. Most women are delusional of where they think they stand, and most guys underrepresent themselves or where they think. So girls have an overinflated sense of ego for the most part, because we ask them all the time. We actually have a delusion calculator we use. And we ask them, hey, what type of guy are you looking for? And when they put in their ideal man, every single time, he's in the top 1% pretty much. Very rare, you know? We're talking well over 6 feet, over $100,000 per year, not married, not obese, etc.
Not weird.
Yeah. So
You asked the ideal.
no, of course, but they all think that they deserve that as well, is what I'm trying to say. They say that's what they want, and they feel that they deserve it as well.
Don't you guys
right?
think you deserve your preferences?
Yeah.
No.
Myron is right. Myron is absolutely right. Big shout outs to Keandre as well. Myron is absolutely right. He said the woman is going to always think that she deserves the top layer guy, no matter what. Most women get to this conclusion just based off the amount of guys that want them, not the quality of guy that wants them. All right, that's the problem. Women never look at the quality. They just look at the fact, hey, guys want me. Guys want me. They're in my DM. They're in my DM. That means I can keep practicing hypergamy because I'm not losing it. When them DMs stop coming in, that's when they start facing reality and start looking and start to lower their standards. But as long as guys are constantly hitting them up in the DM, women are going to have a delusional mindset. Not all, but for the majority that we see.
So, but these girls are not necessarily in a position to demand that kind of man when there's not enough of these guys to go around. You get what I'm saying? And then the thing is with that guy is that guy has a leverage, not necessarily the women, because once you get to a certain point as a guy, you now actually have the leverage where you're the commodity versus her. You know, she's just an attractive younger girl, but there's plenty of girls like that. So that's what we've kind of found in the
Y'all didn't have
place.
broke friends that got pussy growing up?
Here's the thing: they might get girls,
Like,
whatever. But are they going to be able to keep them? Are they going to be able to
I had a
consistently
friend.
maintain
We had
them?
a friend he was my roommate. He would walk out of
Yeah.
the house every day with an old hoodie with a mustard stain on it, and the guy got tons of pussy.
Bro, I was getting tons of pussy living with my parents, walking them into the living room, seeing my mom drink Bud Lights.
Here's a problem.
Like, it's this idea that like it's so hard to get laid and all this. That's the fallacy. The fallacy is that they're not as equally as nervous. What they are is bored. Women are bored with corny fucking pickup lines and shit. But
Yes.
teaching guys that they got to be terrified and they're these
Not
fucking
be
monsters,
terrified.
these predators.
Just
like,
go
man
in.
up, stop being a bitch.
We don't tell guys to be terrified.